So this is done when the person starts to high leg over to recover their guard. Pretty common scenario. So when I do this, I need to be applying good pressure that this is the reaction that they do. So if I'm like very, very loose, and we kind of went over this yesterday, one, like he can just place his foot on the hip, or he can just pummel this in my bicep. This is, like if he does this, I can't do this move. I need to be close enough that he's forced to make space and throw that leg over in like an attempt to stop me from passing. Like if I'm just out here, like there's no real high leg. He's just gonna pummel that leg to the inside. So when we're putting this pressure, I'm down here. So now he has to push on me and start to get that leg over. And now if I continue to pass in this direction, I'm kind of running into that leg. So as soon as this leg comes over, I'm basically gonna switch my hands. My left hand is gonna come right down to the leg, just like this. And I wanna be pretty low by his hip. And then this hand is gonna come down and grab his ankle. And now with these grips, I have passes in both directions. So kind of like, same idea, I can go both ways right here. I'm gonna be like this. And I wanna be up on my feet when I do this. Like I'm just on my knees, so I'm gonna be doing this for a little bit. I don't wanna stand in that position, but I wanna be on my feet for the most part. And now I have passes in both directions. So the first option is going between the legs, where my knee slides through and I pivot around. As I do that, I pull his leg across the chest. Now this arm reaches for his far shoulder. Sometimes you can only get the near shoulder, but far shoulder, and I drive my hip in. So when he goes to recover his guard here, I'm in a good position to check the hip and then run around the head, and we end up north-south again. Usually you're not gonna pass right to side control right there, because he's gonna be turning into you. But, so we come around, hip and knee post, he starts to come over. So I keep the pressure. If I like take the weight off of him, he's just gonna recover his guard. So I'm trying to hit this pass. I'm forcing him to put his legs in that position. I go 1, 2, just like this. This hand can be thumb down or thumb up, it doesn't matter so much. First option is sliding around. This is gonna pull across the chest and I keep my ear tight. As you guys know, if I leave this arm loose, he opens his leg up. There is a triangle there. You should not get caught with that, but if you're not careful, it is there. I reach. Now when he goes to come into me, I get on my toes, I circle around, I hit my guard pass. So when I teach this, we're gonna show 2 passes at once because they play off of each other. So we have that option. He throws the leg over, I go between the legs. Sometimes I feel like I can't go that way. He starts to open this leg up, and I feel like I can't go in that direction. When that happens, my head is gonna make like a U motion. I'm gonna roll my head, and my left arm is gonna widen, and I do a small back step. So I feel like I can't go this way. I roll my head, and we just go north-south, just like this, and we end up with 2 hands on the hips and my head right in his belly in a great position to pass. I don't have to close the distance because I'm already kind of down pretty low. So we're doing this style of passing right here. We're kind of switching between these 2 options. Where I start to circle, I try to go between the legs. If I successfully do that, grab the shoulder, circle around. If I feel like I can't go between the legs, which is usually a result of him like putting pressure on the back of my head or something like that. Now, all I'm gonna do is I open my left elbow, I roll my head, and we go north-south. This is a really effective position to get to, so we can use this movement-based fasting just to set this up. There's a few ways you can do it. We're doing it from the hip and knee pose, or you can do it from the high step. Basically, anytime you end up in this configuration where the leg starts to come over your head, we're in a good position to set this up. And then from here, we can back takes, stack passes, a bunch of really, really good options. All right? So, we come around, I catch, just like this, either between the legs and pass, or I start to go, and then we back step. And really try to drill them in conjunction with each other. Start to go one way, go the other way. That's how it's gonna be in live training. If you don't have both options at your disposal, it's not gonna work. All right? 1, 2, 3.